Paul, another muzzle device went through our little lab. This time we got, I think it's a flash hider. You can categorize this as a flash hider from the Bolton. Paul, dark room was first. What was your feeling on it when you were shooting from the dark room? Did you have blinded?
No, it did a very good job hiding flash. There is a signature there, but it's not, you know, as predominant as a muzzle brake would be.
Absolutely, I agree with you. We have reviewed quickly the slow motion footage, and all you could see the little bit of the flame going forward, but there was nothing going on the sides.
Right.
And I think so this is a great for the shooter, because you're not getting, you know, that blind eye effect as we talk about it over and over again. So in that regard, that little thing performed very, very well. It really channels all that energy forward away from the shooter, and the flash signature is absolutely minimal. So it's doing, and especially if you would think about the size, guys, this is how big that thing is. It's doing a very, very good job controlling the flash. Next department was our famous head test for the side blast, for the side wave pressure test. Paul, you were shooting it, and the head got hit, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
It was the motion on the head, but it didn't spin. You know, it just got deflected from the air. And again, off the camera, because we cannot show this on the camera, we did some tests with you know, exposure to the side blast, and it was, you know, I think so that as long as you are not in front of that muzzle device, but on the side, you're not going to feel that much.
Yeah.
So what it means for CQB or for teamwork, this is a very interesting device. You can take it and work with it without that punishing side wave blast coming your way. So it's doing very well. Now the question is, so far so good, but how is it with the recoil side? What was your experience with it?
It's got a lot of push.
It's got a lot of push.
A lot of pushback.
I think what is happening, the muzzle goes up and you got that up and back motion of the rifle. And again, this is happening because all that energy is channeled forward away from the shooter. So you're channeling the energy forward. That energy's gotta go somewhere on the back side as well. So you're getting hit as a guy who is pulling the trigger on the back of the rifle. Still, we did some testing, Paul. We both were shooting at the close targets, multiple targets. It is a little bit slower on the follow-up shots, but
Yep.
it's doable.
Yep.
And that was my experience as well. I could put the lead on the target. You shot it too, either, you know, switching between the targets and double tapping them. It's still doable. It's not as fast as with some other muzzle devices, but it's doable. What about the noise level?
You know, like you said before, as long as you're not in front of this thing, it's not that loud.
Yes, it's not that loud. That's another plus of operating that kind of muzzle device, maybe inside the building. You know, we are always wearing the ear pro, but sometimes you don't have a choice, and you're running without the ear pro, and yes, it's going to be loud as hell. Oh, fuck that. But not as loud as with some, you know, those jet type muzzle brakes, which basically will rip your ears off and devastate them. But it is interesting device. You know, it's doing a decent job on the flash hiding, but then, as always, we saying this, there is no compromise. I mean, if you are overachieving or achieving a really good score in a one section, this one is doing this in a flash hiding, then you are getting punished in the other sections. But 2 of 3, you know, flash hiding and the side blast pressure wave, decent performance.
Yeah.
Not so much on the rifle muzzle control, but it's not the muzzle brake.
Nope.
All right, guys, that's it. Please let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.